Have you observed how some matters that once troubled you seem to hold no power over you now? As we journey through our 60s and beyond, a transformation occurs. The concerns that once haunted our thoughts, our appearance, the perceptions of others, our sense of adequacy, begin to fade away. One day, you may find yourself awakening to the understanding that the weight of expectation, the need for approval, or the drive to excel no longer holds any meaning. In this video, we delve into 12 aspects of life that lose their significance after reaching the age of 61. These are profound disturbances that demand attention and reflection. They are profound habits and concerns that subtly molded your formative years. But now, they warrant a renewed consideration, for releasing them does not equate to surrender. It signifies embracing a life that is more radiant, transparent, and distinctly yours. So, if you've ever sensed an unseen burden upon your shoulders, this could very well be the time to release it. As you navigate the journey beyond 61, you'll discover that it's not about clinging to outdated expectations, societal norms, or self-inflicted burdens. Instead, it's a profound understanding of what to let go. Remain by my side until the conclusion, for as we arrive at the 12th point, you may perceive your present chapter of existence in a profoundly transformed manner. Not as a fall, but as a serene resurgence to the essence of what is truly significant. Now, let us commence. First and foremost, the perceptions of others regarding you. One of the initial realizations that dawns after 61 is the futility of fretting over others' opinions of you. In your formative years, it felt instinctual to ponder whether you were under scrutiny, evaluating your choices based on the opinions of others, or restraining yourself to avoid misinterpretation. Yet, at some point, that weight begins to seem superfluous. You have experienced life to its fullest, encountered countless moments, and endured challenges that have shaped your understanding that your journey is uniquely yours. With the passage of time, a serene liberation unfolds. An intrinsic allowance to embrace your true self without embellishment or restraint. The desire for validation diminishes, not due to a complete indifference, but from the understanding of how little attention most individuals truly give. And even in their presence, their views do not alter your truth. Contemplate this. Those who genuinely cherish you do not tally up your worth. They remain indifferent to your choice of footwear, even if it's the same pair day after day. If your laughter resonates more profoundly now, or if you linger a bit longer in sharing your tales, it reflects their appreciation for your essence, your insight, and the warmth you bring to their lives. Those who pass judgment often reflect their own insecurities onto others. It's about transcending apathy. It's about finding your foundation. You cease the pursuit of the unattainable desire for universal approval, and in its place, you embrace your true self with confidence and without regret. In every choice you make, be it your attire, your words, or how you allocate your moments, you start to rely on your own inner guidance rather than the opinions of those around you. And that trust, it transforms all. Your presence is felt in the way you enter a space, the grace with which you navigate conflicts, and the tranquility you embody as you find rest at night. Understanding that belonging pales in comparison to the tranquility of embracing your true self is a profound revelation. Secondly, pursuing prestige or accolades. Another notion that starts to fade after 61 is the belief that titles or status determine your value. In the initial stages of existence, an immense amount of vigor is dedicated to ascending heights, gaining acknowledgement, or being perceived as triumphant in the sight of society. Positions, qualifications, societal status. They all appear to bear an unseen burden. Yet, as the moments unfold, an awareness begins to dawn upon you. Those labels no longer adhere as they once did. You encounter individuals who have achieved extraordinary feats. And you come to understand that their true greatness lies not in their accomplishments. It reveals their true essence in solitude. Eventually, individuals cease to inquire about your actions and begin to perceive the essence of your being. Do you possess kindness? Are you firmly rooted? Do you bring others into the light? At 61 and beyond, many individuals start to reshape their understanding of what achievement truly means. It's transcended the notion of merely being the finest among others. It's about embodying the utmost presence, the deepest compassion, the truest essence. The relentless drive to achieve transforms into a serene longing to embrace your true self, free from the burdens of titles and societal expectations. And once that transformation occurs, the urge to rival or measure oneself against others dissipates. Your essence transcends mere titles, earnings, or the fleeting recognition of others. Indeed, those who have reached their 70s and 80s and radiate joy and fulfillment are often the ones who have cast aside the distractions and dedicated themselves to a life of true quality. If you are still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, kindly comment with the number 2 below to signify your presence. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe and activate the bell so you won't miss any videos. Your support empowers us to keep producing meaningful content that enlightens and uplifts you. Now, let us ascend to greater heights. Thirdly, holding on to harmful connections. After 61, one of the most empowering revelations is this. It is no longer necessary to hold on to individuals in your life simply due to their long-standing presence. The notion that enduring presence signifies unwavering allegiance begins to falter. Whether it's a longtime companion who saps your vitality, a relative who persistently disregards your limits, or an individual who adds more turmoil than tranquility, you come to understand that time is far too valuable to be wasted on connections that inflict more pain than solace. In your formative years, there may have been justifications to cling tightly. Apprehension of solitude, remorse, routine, or a feeling of duty. Yet, as time passes, understanding deepens. You begin to perceive the way your body responds in the presence of specific individuals. The weight upon your shoulders, the strained chuckles, the emotional armor you don before encountering them. And gradually, you find yourself pondering, what compels me to continue this path? Releasing toxic relationships does not signify a lack of forgiveness or a heart devoid of warmth. You are embracing the importance of prioritizing your own well-being at last. It signifies that you have attained the privilege to select tranquility instead of facade, understanding instead of uncertainty, and happiness instead of mere existence. Many older adults speak of a profound emotional renewal that occurs organically, as they start to value quality over quantity. Rather than surrounding yourself with a vast array of superficial or taxing exchanges, you pursue a select few genuine connections that embody ease, warmth, and authenticity. Cease the facade, abandon the compromises, and begin to revere your own boundaries. And the magnificent aspect, once you let go of what burdens you, you create space for those who elevate you, recognize you, and embrace you in your true essence. Individuals who embrace your true self without expecting you to diminish or alter for their ease. After 61, that level of freedom is simply essential. Number 4, stretching your time too thin. As you approach your early 60s, a profound clarity emerges. Your time is your most revered treasure. Overcommitting, agreeing out of habit, guilt, or pressure begins to feel like relinquishing fragments of your existence that can never be reclaimed. In your earlier days, it may have seemed essential to be present in every situation, assist all those in need, or maintain a relentless pace of commitments. However, beyond 61, that balance transforms. You come to realize that your time transcends mere value, it is limited and precious. There exists a distinction between the act of giving freely and the feeling of being completely exhausted. Many older adults come to understand that merely occupying your schedule does not equate to a life well lived. It frequently signifies a reluctance to embrace tranquility. Yet within that silence, you unveil the essence of what is truly significant. The extended strolls, the leisurely feasts, the profound dialogues that unfold without haste. Those are the moments you begin to guard with unwavering strength. Overcommitting can subtly creep in, often unnoticed. Consenting to assist with a task while your body craves rejuvenation. Experiencing a sense of guilt for declining a social gathering or compromising your own tranquility to satisfy the demands of others. Yet, at a certain juncture, your choices start to transform. Discovering that refusing isn't an act of selfishness is enlightening. It is profoundly insightful. It is a manifestation of one's dignity. And a wondrous transformation unfolds when you begin to respect your boundaries. Those who truly count comprehend. They remain unaffected by it. They understand that your presence is sincere, and they never burden you with guilt. It is genuine and arises from a source of plenty, rather than duty. One of the most profound offerings you can bestow upon yourself after 61 is the freedom to choose with discernment. To create room in your schedule, to take a moment before agreeing, for your time is not merely a resource to be used, it is a sacred tribute to the singular journey of your existence. Number 5. Battling each imperfection and strand of silver. One of the most subtle forms of fatigue is the relentless pursuit of erasing every trace of age from your being. And after 61, numerous souls begin to ponder the reasons. The creams, the hair dyes, the procedures, the relentless pursuit of youth, all stem from a realm that has yet to embrace the elegance of aging with dignity. But you're not here to pursue the expectations of someone 3 decades in age. You've claimed each line, each silver strand, every mark that narrates your journey. That doesn't mean you cease to value your self-presentation. Yet, a distinction exists between nurturing oneself and engaging in conflict, between respecting your body and battling against it. As time passes, one comes to understand that the passage of years is not a flaw to be corrected. It is a profound truth that deserves understanding, reverence, and even joyous recognition. There exists a luminous quality in those who have embraced their reflection, who no longer seek forgiveness for the passage of time, but rather move through life with confidence, wit, and a generous spirit. And when you release the notion that you must conceal your age, something extraordinary unfolds. You transform into a force of nature, embodying authenticity and your true essence. The paradox lies in the fact that individuals are not captivated by flawlessness, rather, they are enchanted by authenticity. And when you cease the struggle to rewind time, you begin amplifying all that is distinctly you. So if you've devoted years to the pursuit of youthfulness merely to feel worthy, consider this your liberation to cease. Your worth remains unchanged, regardless of the transformations in your skin or the graying of your hair. You embody depth, richness, and completeness, and there is no need to hide any of that. If you are still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, kindly comment number 5 below to signify your presence. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe and activate the bell so you won't miss any videos. Your support empowers us to persist in crafting exceptional content that enlightens and uplifts you. Now, let us advance with purpose. Number 6. Compelling yourself into disquieting fashions. After 61, the notion of chasing every trend, be it in fashion, technology, lifestyle, or even the way we speak, starts to seem utterly absurd. In your formative years, there may have been an expectation to remain significant, to conform to what was trendy or widely accepted. Yet as time passes, you begin to understand that true comfort, genuine ease, and authenticity hold far greater significance than mere trends. You cease to acquire garments that may appear splendid on display but are uncomfortable against your body. You cease the futile pursuit of downloading apps that hold no significance, simply to fit in. And you cease contorting yourself into whatever form the world deems fitting this moment. Instead, you start selecting what resonates with your essence, for your flow, for your existence. Trends may come and go, but true elegance lies in how you present yourself, how you navigate life, and the principles you uphold. These are eternal. The most remarkable individuals in their 60s, 70s, and beyond possess a profound understanding of what truly serves them well. Not due to its novelty, but because it resonates with authenticity. Authentic to their essence, shaped by their experiences and driven by their true passions. Striving to maintain pace with all that surrounds us inevitably brings forth fatigue and a sense of separation. And once you release that burden, you open the door to a profound alignment within. You start to inquire with greater depth. Not what is contained, but what holds significance. Will this not only captivate others, but also resonate with my true self? That shift brings a serene delight. You enter a space and embrace the essence of your being. Your attire is a reflection of your inner worth, not merely a spectacle for onlookers. You move to the beat of your own drum, unfazed by the relentless march of trends or the need for validation from others. And in doing so, you convey a subtle yet powerful message to all those in your presence. This is the essence of aging with honor. Number 7. Harboring resentments. There comes a moment after you've traversed a few decades. You start to realize the vastness that resentment can occupy. As you enter your 60s, clinging to grudges transforms from a display of strength into a burdensome weight. It becomes clear that the effort spent on anger, revisiting past disputes, or holding on to grudges over time, simply outweighs any value it may have once held. In your earlier years, perhaps it seemed essential, as if you were compelled to cling to that memory, that slight, that injustice as evidence. Evidence that injustice was done, that it held significance, that your emotions were justified. Yet, as time passes, wisdom unfolds. And part of that perspective is understanding that forgiveness transcends the actions of others. It's about liberating your essence. When you harbor resentment, it is you who bears its weight. You are the one who experiences it each time their name crosses your mind or you remember that moment. And gradually, you find yourself pondering, is this truly the way I wish to dedicate my time? Not from a place of denial or pretending that pain doesn't exist, but from a decision to embrace tranquility rather than toxicity. Releasing something doesn't imply that you condone the actions. It does not imply that you must find common ground. It signifies your unwavering determination to prevent the shadows of the past from robbing you of even a single moment in your present. And when you arrive at this stage of existence, it transforms into a profound decision to embrace tranquility within rather than tallying victories. Many older adults speak of forgiveness as a remarkable blessing they bestowed upon themselves. They express sentiments such as, "I was unaware of its weight until the moment I released it." It is evident in their expression, their vitality, the gentle aura they exude. The contrast is clear between one who has found tranquility and another who clings to past conflicts. Thus, if there is a burden you have been carrying, perhaps the moment has arrived to release it. Not for their worthiness, but for your own. Number 8. Expressing regret for your limits. Upon reaching the age of 61, one begins to understand that establishing boundaries is not an act of selfishness. It is of utmost importance. And perhaps even more significantly, you recognize that justifying or expressing regret for them is no longer required. Throughout existence, particularly if you were nurtured to embody agreeability, assistance, or kindness, you may have sensed an obligation to temper your refusals, rationalize your moments of respite, or excessively clarify your decisions merely to evade the discontent of others. Yet as time flows, understanding deepens. One starts to realize that perpetually stretching oneself thin to sidestep discord or disapproval gradually diminishes one's inner tranquility. Those who hold you in high regard require no justification. They recognize that a boundary is not a dismissal. It's a manifestation of pure insight. This reflects my commitment to nurturing myself, ensuring I am present for what holds true significance. There is immense power in the ability to assertively state, "No, I cannot," or "that is not suitable for me," without the need to rush and provide justifications or explanations. You come to understand the importance of creating distance between your choices and the responses of others, recognizing that your journey is uniquely yours and not a collaborative endeavor. It belongs to you. And something magnificent unfolds when you cease to seek forgiveness for your desires. Individuals begin to connect with you in your current state, rather than in the place they anticipated you would be. Your example of self-respect paves the way for more fulfilling connections. You start to draw in those who cherish shared insight over relentless availability. In the quiet moments, choosing to let a late-night call go unanswered, declining an invitation when rest is essential, or safeguarding your precious solitude throughout the day, you remain resolute and unburdened by remorse. Not due to a toughening of your spirit, but rather a gentle embrace of your own being. After 61, boundaries transform into lifelines, not barriers. They empower you to maintain your vitality, your happiness, and your capacity to present your true self. And when you cease to express regret for them, you ultimately grant yourself the space to exhale. If you are still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, kindly comment number 8 below to signify your presence. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe and activate the bell so you won't miss any videos. Your support empowers us to persist in crafting meaningful content that enlightens and uplifts you. Now, let us advance onward. Number 9. Demonstrating your divine productivity. There exists a quiet competition that countless individuals engage in for years on end. The relentless pursuit of visibility and productivity, the constant drive to be engaged, to possess tangible evidence for every fleeting hour. However, beyond the age of 61, that journey begins to take on a new perspective. The desire to validate your existence through constant busyness starts to feel hollow. You begin to realize that activity does not equate to purpose, and that increased effort does not necessarily result in a more fulfilling life. In the earlier chapters of existence, the essence of one's being was frequently shaped by the measure of accomplishment. Perhaps you experienced a sense of affirmation when your schedule brimmed with activities, when you marked tasks as completed, or when you received accolades for your relentless drive. But now, you begin to appreciate the vastness, the tranquility, the moments to reflect, the time to just exist without any justification. What once resonated as triumph may now echo as mere clamor. You seek profound engagement over fleeting moments, dedicating your focus to a singular, significant pursuit rather than scattering it across many trivial ones. Whether it's nurturing a garden, crafting a handwritten letter, or simply basking on the porch as the sun dips below the horizon, these unhurried moments are not indicators of laziness. They embody a revival of what truly holds significance. And here lies the undeniable truth. Your dedication has been evident through countless years of commitment, effort, generosity, and selflessness. Your worth is already established, there's no need for further validation of your time. It holds immense worth. In every moment of creation or stillness, in every act of repair or quiet observation, releasing the grip of that inner tally invites a profound sense of being. You start to gauge your days not by the tally of achievements, but by the vibrancy of your experience, not by the tasks completed, but by the emotions stirred, the awareness embraced, the connections forged. After 61, productivity transforms into a means, rather than a master. You embrace it when it elevates you, and when it no longer does, you find the liberation to release it. Number 10. Remaining quiet on what truly counts. There arrives a moment, frequently beyond the age of 61, when silence ceases to be a mark of wisdom. It seems like a squandered opportunity. Throughout your existence, you may have chosen silence to maintain harmony, sidestep uncomfortable situations, or due to a sense of unworthiness. But now, you begin to realize that your voice is an immensely potent instrument, and keeping it silent carries a greater price than before. Whether it's voicing your thoughts in a medical setting, engaging in difficult discussions with loved ones, or firmly stating, "That is unacceptable." Your readiness to express the truth transcends mere conflict, evolving into a pursuit of understanding. You don't seek out discord, rather, you've witnessed the consequences of silence. Misunderstandings flourish. Resentments solidify. Moments for unity fade into the distance. You've experienced enough to understand that embellishments benefit no one. Thus, you begin to prioritize truth above peace. Noble truthfulness, steadfast truthfulness, yet truthfulness all the same. Understanding that expressing your thoughts doesn't render you challenging is crucial. It brings forth your true essence. It illuminates the entire scene, guiding others away from mere assumptions. And when you speak, your words resonate with power. Not due to the volume of your voice, but because your words carry the weight of countless experiences. Individuals truly engage when they recognize that your words stem from genuine purpose rather than a desire for the spotlight. As you express yourself, you inspire others to find their own voices as well. So whether it's standing up for yourself, addressing injustices, or articulating your needs, you cease to alter your reality to appease others. Not from a place of resentment, but from the understanding that your quietness won't rescue anyone, yet your truthfulness could indeed make a difference. Number 11. Reflecting on your journey in relation to those around you. Upon reaching the age of 61, one encounters a profound sense of liberation in this understanding. There exists no standard timeline, no sanctioned scoreboard, no universally accepted checklist that dictates whether you have navigated life correctly. You start to understand the uniqueness of each person's path and the pain that arises from the belief that you ought to have followed another's way. Perhaps your neighbor has chosen to embrace a life of leisure ahead of time. Perhaps your former companion has embraced a new union and discovered a fresh affection. Perhaps another individual of your generation has embarked on a journey across the globe or launched a thriving enterprise. And for a fleeting instant, you may ponder, did I overlook something divine? Yet, as you delve further into your essence, you come to understand that such comparisons rob you of the joy inherent in the life you possess. Your journey was destined to be uniquely yours. It was never destined to be. Each decision, every twist in the road, every delayed beginning, or unforeseen halt has molded you in ways beyond your imagination. The trials you faced, the souls you cherished, the labor you poured your essence into, it all held significance. Even in the absence of accolades or flawless scenes, you cease to question, am I in the right place, and begin to ponder, am I true to myself in this moment? And that transformation enables you to value your path, not for its appearance in writing, but for the profound ways it has reshaped you. As the shadows of comparison diminish, a profound sense of contentment emerges, not due to a flawless existence, but because you reclaim the essence of your own life. And when you fully accept that your journey belongs solely to you, everything becomes more effortless. The regrets fade, the weight lifts, and you start to embrace each day as a unique story. Not as a challenge to another's narrative, but as a serene homage to your own journey. Number 12. Feigning fatigue with divine grace. A certain kind of performance is borne by countless individuals for years on end. Persevering, forging ahead, radiating positivity despite exhaustion as though rejuvenation were an indulgence rather than a necessity. Yet beyond the age of 61, the act of feigning energy transforms into a challenge that loses its appeal. And honestly, you ought not to. You've attained the privilege to embrace rest free from any remorse. To yield to the call of your body and take a seat. To declare, I shall proceed with deliberate ease today and truly embrace it. The notion that your value is linked to your endurance without rest simply no longer stands strong. It starts to seem utterly ridiculous. Understand this, fatigue is not a sign of weakness, it is a message to be heeded. Your body is communicating a need for attention and nurturing. Overlooking that message does not signify strength. It simply prolongs the journey to healing. When you begin to respect your energy, recognizing what depletes you, what rejuvenates you, and which rhythms resonate with your essence, you begin to exist in profound harmony with your true essence. This does not imply that you cease your journey or abandon your pursuits of significance. It signifies the end of your facade. Cease the apologies for requiring rest, for opting out of social events, or for expressing, I simply lack the energy today. And instead of feeling shame, you experience a profound sense of relief. Joy that you've ceased to view your body as a mere tool and begun to embrace it as a cherished ally. The individuals in your presence gain from that truthfulness as well. It grants them the freedom to pause, to attune to their own desires, to present themselves more completely when they are rejuvenated. After 61, you come to realize that taking your time is not a sign of lagging. It's embracing a path of enduring vitality over exhaustion. And there's nothing slothful about that. It is profoundly insightful. It is by design. It's what your future holds in store. Concluding reflections. As we conclude this video, take a serene moment to ponder what struck a chord with you the deepest. Was there a singular notion that resonated profoundly? What weight have you come to understand you've been shouldering for far too long? Or perhaps a transformation you've sensed within your very essence, yet have not fully articulated until now. The reality is, after 61, much of what once seemed pressing or significant starts to diminish. What endures is the tranquility, the insight, the truthfulness that you have been striving for all this time. Releasing what no longer serves you is not an act of surrender. It's a journey of coming back. Reclaiming your essence, embracing what truly counts, and cultivating a life that resonates with authenticity, rather than mere existence. Behold, a question awaits your contemplation. Which of these 12 things are you most prepared to let go of? Or perhaps which one have you already released, and in what way did it transform you? I would be eager to receive your insights. We are grateful for your presence with us today. Your voice is welcome here. Share your thoughts below and reveal one insight you gained today, along with your intentions for applying it in your life. Your insights hold great value, so feel free to express them without reservation. Your comments inspire us and fill us with immense motivation and encouragement. If this video resonated with you and proved beneficial, kindly show your appreciation by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Your support empowers us to persist in crafting meaningful content that enlightens and uplifts you. Thank you for joining us, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in the next video.